Ismaeel Ahmed is my name, and I'm Senior Special Assistant to the President on Social Investment Programs. The world is what it is, and we are who we are. When we came into office, Nigeria was hemorrhaging economically, and there was widespread poverty and high unemployment, especially among the youth. So we've been able to employ about 200,000 unemployed graduates for the Empower program, and we've just recently pre-selected about 300,000 more. Been able to give out loans, small loans from medium and small scale business owners through what we call JEEP, through the Bank of Industry. We're also doing what we call the conditional cash transfer, where we target the poorest of the poor, and we give them monies directly. Some of the few challenges that we've had in the beginning was because we had to open a portal and make it as user-friendly as possible. So we opened up portals where individuals can apply directly, and then we select them from that process. There are a lot of communities that do not have internet facilities, and there are people who are in the rural settings who could not access computers. We had about 2.5 million people apply for a slot of about 300,000. So reducing that number and taking 300,000 out of 2.5 million, that was a large challenge. And then we also had the issue of funding. You know, the releases were not as big as we had hoped for. Because government was suffering from lack of funds in the beginning, but now I think we're picking up on it. President Obasanjo is a patriot. He is someone that this president, President Buhari, has tremendous respect for, and because he has served under him during the military days in the 70s. He was a governor under him, he was a minister under him, and he supported us in 2015. We ran against him in 2003, we ran against him. We ran against his candidate in 2007, we ran against his candidate in 2011. So he's a former rival as much as he was a former boss. He didn't advise us to run in 2015. He is well within his rights to state his opinions. President Babangida's letter, I think there was a denial out there. I don't know which one is which, whether he wrote that letter or not, but whatever the case, the same applies to him. He's a respected individual as well. He was a former president. He ruled this country for 8 years, and if he expresses his opinion, he can express his opinion. A very disturbing situation, and the government is concerned about it. I do know that for a fact, and then I think that the government is doing all it can to make sure that we stem this violent tide that has been happening in recent months. I see myself running and winning offices, absolutely. But I haven't decided on what yet. I understand there are a lot of disappointments out there, and rightly so. We've dropped the ball a few times. I cannot sit down here and lie to you that we've gotten everything right. We haven't. That we've not made mistakes. Yes, we have. But ultimately, I think we're well-intentioned, and that there are so many things that we have started doing that would culminate into something solid if we continue in office.